Good morning, guys. It is 9 a.m. in Iceland and it is still pitch black out. So I'm going to show you where I'm staying right now, because when you look outside at this time in the morning, it's really kind of eerie, but I really love it and I want to share it with you. But what I'm going to do in today's video, I'm going to go through Bitcoin. We had a bit of a pump yesterday, which was really good, and Ethereum I'm going to try and cover 𝗧𝗿𝗃𝗍 as well. This isn't going to be a full chart layout video. I'm literally just going to give you guys a bit of an update, show you some liquidation levels and targets to be aware of. But at the end of the day, I don't think there's an actual entry right now, so this video is going to be more a target based video. But before we get into it, just check this scenery. It's literally like it belongs in a movie. And yeah, check this out. So this is my room. And I'm not joking, how it looks on camera is how it is in real life. This is how dark it is currently. Outside, full of snow. That's the lagoon there. I'm not sure if you can hear the wind. I'm not sure if it picks up on camera, but seriously, this is like, it belongs in a horror film. Alright, so this is a Bitcoin chart. Again, sorry for the not fully professional setup, but this is my last day. I actually go home tomorrow, so we'll be back to doing proper charts tomorrow, but I hope you can see everything on here okay anyway. This is the weekend price action from Bitcoin. It was a bit of a tricky one this week because we didn't have just the typical consolidation. What we had was this breakup here, and what I had actually posted to the community, if we zoom out on that section, was that we closed the week out with two rises. Let me show you them here. So we had this V bottom here, and this was rise 1 into consolidation and then rise 2. And so I decided to keep my long open through the weekend because we didn't close out with our 3 rises. Now, I don't usually count weekend price action, but in this case we did have this final breakout here, so I did count that as a rise 3, and that was on Sunday, I think, or Saturday. So from that point on, because it's part of the weekend price action, you basically have to just reassess and see when the market actually opens, are you going to get a reset, or are you going to get now a 3-level drop and a reversal? So here's how you judge the price action that happened when the market opened. We had this spike down here in the dead gap zone. Oops, sorry, can't see that. We had this spike down here that created the initial low of the day, and then we came back to repeat that level, but we didn't break lower than it. So this here kind of counts as the reset. Could you have said that that was the spike high and then a lower high? Yeah, and that does make the price action a little bit tricky. So if you didn't catch along at the start of this week, don't be too hard on yourself, because it would have been tricky at that point in time to know if we were going up or down, in all honesty. For me, I stayed long because I didn't have a reason to exit my long, but I did also open a short here because I had that peak formation and this lower high. That short obviously got stopped out, but my long made up for my losses because we went higher. So what I want to show you now on Bitcoin, because I don't think there's an actual entry just yet, but I want to talk about this level because this is the next high level of liquidity, which we've spiked halfway into here, and we'll want to see if we're going to come back and get any more. Now that level is between 43,450 is the bottom of it, and the top is 43,950. And like I said, we've come halfway. If we have a look at the high block heat map, we can see here that we still have this bright yellow zone above price. That's currently at 43,800. So if we happen to repeat that level today, see if we break through it or not. If we create a lower high around there, that could be, you know, a short-term move to the downside, and this, you know, move to the upside is over just for a small period of time, because I don't think that would really lead to a full-blown reversal. It might just lead to a retracement. Below price, we've got a lot of liquidity around here at the, I hope you can see that, yeah, 38,000. You can actually see this better than when I do it on a full screen, but around 38,400. It's a range there, say 38,550 to 38,350. There's a really big area of liquidity that they could come for eventually. But when we have a look at the current delta on the recent positions, the delta is to the longs is only at 350k. So yeah, there is a lot more room to continue up to bring in more leverage traders before they need to do that wipe out and come for all of this. And so also, if that it does end up being a reset and this is a W formation, that means we've only had rise 1. So there could be more rises to come. Now, what would make me actually go short? So right now know I'm long, and when I'm in a position in one direction, I'm always looking for a reason to open a position in the other direction, because if I can find that reason, then that means I should be closing the position I'm in, if that makes sense. So what would give me a reason to go short would be, this could potentially be the first side of an M. If in the next session, so we're currently in UK as I'm filming this, UK session has 4 hours, so if sometime in UK or around the open of US, we try to repeat that level but create a lower high, then that will create an M formation where I would assume that we're going down from there. But in absence of that, I'm staying long and I'm waiting to see what happens if we break through this high level of liquidity. Let me just pause this and have a look for some targets if we do break through that. Okay, just based off this alone, if we happen to break through that level, the next area is going to be somewhere around the 46.5 mark. But in order for that to happen, we need to break through this level here. So above the 43,950, then we have a chance of doing that. So that's what I'm looking for on Bitcoin. Let's have a look at Ethereum. Now, Ethereum's a little bit tricky because its highest level of liquidity is actually below price. Sometimes ETH can lead the move. So just be careful. Keep an eye on ETH before you take any trades, because if it does do a reversal, we've got a fairly high level around the 2,150 mark, and then also back here down at around 2,020. Above price is just not as much. I mean, it's significant, but not as much, and it's fairly high above price. Like, that doesn't come in till 2,600, and currently ETH is 2,300. So that's a little bit trickier, but we can see here that there is a similar W formation that started the week, and there's a definite rise through here. All of this is on the 15-minute time frame. We're currently in a board meeting, so we're waiting to see if price holds above the 200 EMA or above the initial low of the day, then we would expect further rises. And I mean, who knows, ETH could go on a $300 run, which we've kind of been waiting for ETH to do something exciting for a while. It could go for that $300 run, take out that liquidity before there is any reversal. Keep in mind that this week is a high news week, so you cannot expect typical price action. When I say high news week, look at all the things we've got going on this week. We've got consumer confidence today, JOLTS job openings, we've got the federal funds rate, FOMC week, we've also got the Bank of England monetary reports coming out, unemployment on Friday. Like, there is a lot of stuff happening this week that really could throw out the typical price actions. You've got to be careful. Not to mention, we also have the monthly closing candle, so it could be that price is being driven up to close the monthly as a bullish looking candle. When you have a look at the monthly candle currently, it's actually a doji at this point in time, so if it does close as a doji, that's probably not going to be positive, because then we have to wait for February to see if that's a bearish engulfing, and if it is, that's like not good at all. But yeah, the monthly at this point in time is essentially just a doji, so we want to see how that closes as well, and that will be happening this week too. All right, let me finally finish this with Sol. Now, I'm on the 4-hour time frame here for Sol because I'm really more of an investor in Sol. I don't really short-term trade it, but we can see I had this area of interest marked for quite some time, and that was between the 75.30 to 84.20. Price consolidated down into that zone, and then we've got that break of this trend line currently. So what you would be waiting for on a higher time frame with Sol, if this is going to be a breakout to a new trend, you'd be waiting for a 4-hour time frame, 50 or 200 EMA retest. Now, it might go on a run for quite some time before it does come back for that retest. At this point, it's just the breakout, but it's looking decent on a higher time frame. So let me just see what's going on smaller time frames for Sol. Actually, before I do that, let's just talk about some targets. So if this does retest successfully and continue up, the target for Sol based on fib levels is going to be somewhere at around $155, which is kind of cool. Now, I want to see if there's some liquidity around there as well, so let me just quickly check that out. There isn't really anything all that significant yet, which kind of makes sense because the highest we've got at this point is 126. So the liquidity could only be a little bit above that price as far as liquidations. So we have to wait and see if we do push higher, if liquidity comes in above. But at this point in time, we are worrying about the $104 region, 109, and then 117. Those are the short-term targets on Sol. Now, before I look at the 1 hour, guys, if you are enjoying this video, even though it is very low production quality, please smash up that like button and let me know. And I just want to take a break to show you where I'm actually filming this from, because This is a dream come true. This is an absolute dream come true. Anyway, back to business. So 1 hour time frame, I don't think that this is clearly following the model. We are just in all up territory. It's obviously because there's so much bullish news going on with Sol. I don't even want to say where to expect a reversal. I would just say if you're long on Sol, stay long unless the market structure changes on a 1 hour time frame. So as long as you are creating higher highs and higher lows like this, just stay long, you know, and just keep moving your stop loss up after every consolidation. Here. Just keep moving your stop loss up and just let it go. Eventually it'll pull back. I wouldn't even be trying to look for shorts on Sol. If it pulls back, let it pull back and take a long position. Just, yeah, this thing is on fire. I actually did trade this. I trade Bitcoin and ETH. I've got my trades going on BingX at the moment. I'm trying to make back what I've spent on this holiday. So far, I've got 3 trades going. I'm up 4,200 on Sol, 1,600 on ETH, and 2,700 on Bitcoin on BingX. I do have these trades going on other exchanges as well, but I wanted to practice on BingX to see if I could make back my holiday. Have I made it back? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm about $1,000 away from paying for this holiday with trading. Is that not seriously an insane thought? Like, I mean, I don't want to act like it's easy. It's not easy, but it's worth it. I mean, if this doesn't prove to you that it's worth it, I don't know what will, but I'm so grateful. $1 more $1,000 and this holiday has been a free holiday. And yeah, can't wait to show you guys everything I've done on this holiday. It's been insane. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that video. Just, yeah, be careful of trying to short anything right now. Make sure you have absolute confirmation before you do. If you're in long positions, just ride the wave and be happy. Protect your trades at all times by moving your stop loss after every consolidation. And yeah, I will see you guys on the next update. See ya.